Welcome to the Legend of Linkling. I am Jeremy, and today I am bringing you another Linkling vlog. So, we've gotten game announcements lately from the Nintendo Direct Mini, and of course the Nintendo Labo announcement video. So let's just go ahead and talk about Nintendo Labo and get it out of the way, because I don't think a lot of people know about this, or maybe don't really care about this, maybe, I don't know. But Nintendo Labo is a new experience that Nintendo created for the Switch, where you take cardboard pieces and you build structures and connect them to your Switch and your Switch controller and use it as a new means of playing games. Now, if you don't understand what I'm talking about, imagine taking cardboard and building a piano, and you put the screen in the piano and you put the keys and the controllers on the side, and when you push down on the cardboard keys, it plays music on the thing. Stuff like robots that there's a robot kit, there's an RC car kit, and each game has the system and the controllers in use, and the games come through an actual physical case with a game you put in the Switch, and it focuses on the software through that, and then use the cardboard pieces to do the other cool stuff. So, yes, this is targeted for kids, and of course, when we read the description, it says for kids and the kids at heart. Now, we know that there's a lot of people out there, including myself, that is a gamer who does not think that spending the money on something like this is really worth it. As a gamer, an adult gamer, I am looking for content for, replayability, gameplay, and all that stuff, because I want to enjoy what I'm doing, and I want to continue to enjoy what I'm doing, and not just 5 minutes of, wow, this is such a cool concept, do keys, and then done. You know what I mean? I'm not wanting to take that kind of time and money for something that is mostly a mini game enjoyment for kids. But I think what Nintendo has done is so smart, because they realize that the kids are the ones who become the next generation of gamers. And even though they're also wanting to appeal to their current gamers and get games for their current gamers, because obviously they have, or we wouldn't have the Zelda game we wouldn't have the Mario game, stuff like that. But they're also focusing on the kids who they want to become the next generation of gamers, and they also want to bring back the toy side of kids, because I think a lot of kids don't play with toys anymore. I think a lot of kids don't really mess with toys as much anymore. Once they get to a certain age, they're like, bam, video games and movies. And so it just kind of, Nintendo did in their own way, decided to bring back toys and to bring back, new experiences, like the experience the Wii brought with their controls and stuff, with their motion controls and stuff. And there's a lot of concerns with this, because I think a lot of people are concerned that maybe 2018 is going to be only focusing on the Nintendo Labo and the kits that they're making. And I think a lot of people are afraid that this is where Nintendo loses their target. And I don't think so. I think, honestly, as long as they focus on both their kids and their adult audiences, that they won't lose. And I think Nintendo's learned from their mistakes, and I don't think they're going to make the same mistakes, because they realize the Nintendo Switch is bought by everybody and not just kids. And, they want these experiences. They want to bring out this new idea. And I think that this will be just like the Wii, and they'll bring new audiences into gaming that they didn't before. But, again, I will say I probably won't bother with it, just because it's not my kind of thing. But I like the idea. I like the concept, and I like what it could possibly bring for Nintendo and the fans to bring to Nintendo. So, all right, and the other thing that they did was a Nintendo Direct Mini, which was on January 11th, and they basically announced a couple of ports, a new title, some DLC, and a release date for a game that we've already known about. So let's go ahead and get the game we knew about. Kirby Star Allies finally got a release date of March 16th. Super excited about that. Kind of disappointed that not in that same announcement we didn't get some amiibo announcements, because I would have loved to have seen Kirby Star Allies announce its release date, and then bam, 2 or 3 new amiibos to go with it. Because I think Nintendo's lost that love for those amiibos that they've been making, and I'm really they've still released a few new ones lately, but I want them to continue. I don't want them to just stop production of these amiibos, because I really want more, especially for each of the games that's coming out, the new ones. I would like to see some amiibos for that I can enjoy, pick up, and play with my games. They also announced a new game, Mario Tennis Aces, which again, same idea. I'm surprised they didn't release any, tennis exclusive characters for Mario, or like Mario Tennis characters. I mean, I know that if they continue to do it to a certain point, there's going to be too many amiibos, and I guess that they realize that not a lot of people's going to do that. But I would love to have different amiibos of Mario and their different games and stuff like that. But I guess the amiibos is the biggest thing I think that's missing from the entire Nintendo announcements lately. We know we've been getting some. We got the Detective Pikachu amiibo announcement, and we got the Shovel Knight amiibo announcements. But I still feel like they should be announcing a little bit more, especially with Bayonetta 2's their Bayonetta 3 being announced and Kirby Star Allies. I just feel like there should have been some more amiibo announcements. We did get a Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze port to the Switch, which is super exciting. It comes out May 4th of 2018. We also got a port of Hyrule Warriors, the Definitive Edition, which comes this spring, and Dark Souls Remastered. The DLCs, we got Pokken Tournament character DLC, we got Donkey Kong being added to the Mario Rabbids game, and we had a new Luigi Balloon game for the Super Mario Odyssey. So I think those are all cool. So let's talk about more of what the future of 2018 holds. So we know a few games that have been announced for 2018 that we're not sure is going to be out this year or next year. One of them being Bayonetta 3. We got that announcement at the Video Game Awards. Super exciting. They showed a little bit of like a little teaser, and then they ended at that. And of course, I didn't expect to hear anything else about Bayonetta 3 since that was kind of the whole point, was just to spring that on us. I do say that E3 in June will probably get some gameplay of Bayonetta 3, maybe even a release date. Kind of expecting that to be this year release. But all these games could be 2018, 2019 releases. Fire Emblem Switch was teased a while back when they were releasing the Fire Emblem Warriors game. And they said there would be a full-on Fire Emblem strategy game with everything you expected. And that's on its way. I do not know anything else other than that. But I'm excited. Fire Emblem is one of the best strategy games out there. Metroid Prime 4, we got an announcement of that last year at E3, and nothing since. I expect something from Metroid Prime 4 soon. But if we don't get Metroid Prime 4 this year, we'll get it next year, obviously. But I'm kind of wanting in between there for them to announce a Metroid Prime collection of 1, 2, and 3 for the Switch. Because obviously not a lot of us have played all those systems, and not all of us can go back and get those games. So I kind of hope that they will, since this is a direct sequel to that series, I think they should at least give a chance for people to replay those games to get ready for the fourth one. So that's my expectation, is that if we don't get Metroid Prime 4 this year, we'll get a port of the first 3 games, and then the fourth one will be next year. That way we can catch up before the new one comes out. A Shin Megami Tensei 5 was announced. Nothing more than a teaser. I've never played Shin Megami Tensei, but I'm excited to this time around, especially since it looks really, really awesome. And I think Atlas does a really good job with their games. Yoshi Switch, we know it's coming out this year. We know nothing about its title, and we know nothing about its release date. And Yoshi wants a game. He is dying to have a game. And I'm just excited that they've actually made one. I just wish we would have got more information about when it's coming out, because it has been announced so long ago and nothing else. I mean, Kirby's been announced the same time this game was announced, and it's gotten a release date and a title, full title and everything. And then last but not least, Pokemon Switch. We know it's a 2018-2019 release game. Really pulling for a 2018 release, but if we don't get a Pokemon Direct sometime in the first couple of months of the year, I don't see it coming out this year, because every time a Pokemon game comes out, we get a Pokemon Direct in January, February, March, and then by the time the next end of the year comes, we have the game. And with this being such a big title as a first-time Pokemon console RPG like the handhelds have been, I expect so much more from this game, and I expect them to do so much better with this game than previous ones. So I think the hype for this game and the expectations for this game are so high that there's a potential chance of it not being good. And that's the only problem with people's expectations, is we want something, we crave something, and then if it's not exactly what we were expecting, it's a disappointment instead of an enjoyment. But definitely a 2018-2019 release. Hopefully a 2018, because I am definitely ready for some Pokemon again since I skipped Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon because it was just not what I wanted from a Pokemon game. Alright, and so this last part is my 2018-2019 Switch wish list. So, okay, so let's start at the top of the list of Super Mario Maker DX or sequel. So, I want to play Super Mario Maker. I want to play it on the Wii U, and I would like to play it on the 3DS. But I'd like for them, if they're going to do Super Mario Maker on the Switch, they need to rather go ahead and announce that they're going to do a port of the original and just have the Mario Maker DX, like I had said before, so we can go ahead and get all the content from the 3DS and the Wii U, and we can just play the whole game right there, or give us a sequel. And I know a lot of people will probably be like, well, what could they do with the sequel that they already haven't done? I don't know. Maybe the sequel could be like Super Mario Maker with Odyssey type graphics, and you can make a huge world like New Super Mario 64. I don't know. Like, go full on out. You have such a potential chance for that. Like, why not go for it? So, definitely like to see a port of the original Super Mario Maker, or just give us a sequel like they did Splatoon 2. I'm aiming more of the sequel instead of the ports, because I don't want to see just all the Wii U games ported. Another games that I like to see is Zelda ports and Zelda remakes. I would love for them to go ahead and port Wind Waker and Twilight Princess to the Switch. They already ported it to the Wii U. They've already got it there. They might as well just go ahead and pull more dollars out of our pockets and port them to the Switch as well. Personally, because I want to be able to have a collection of all my Switch games and see all these Zelda games on the same thing. And I would like to play Twilight Princess and Wind Waker in the best way possible, and I would love to play it on my Switch, because I'd love to have my Switch collection be as big as possible. Though I want my whole Nintendo collection in general to be big as possible, because you've seen my collection in the last video and you know that it could be bigger. But then there's also, we already know that they're being remaking a Zelda game, because the people who made the Ocarina of Time and the Majora's Mask HD remakes is currently working on another game for the Switch, and a lot of the rumors are that it's going to be a remake of Skyward Sword, and I'm okay with that. I'm perfectly fine with that, because I think Skyward Sword was overlooked a lot, and I would love to be able to go back and play Skyward Sword when it's not on the Wii. Another game, a Super Mario 3D World sequel. I don't want them to just port Super Mario 3D World. I want them to sequel it, because I think that, or if not a sequel to the Super Mario 3D World games, at least do a side-scrolling Mario game. Because though I love Super Mario Odyssey and its open world kind of style, I like the 2D platform type style, and I would love for them to redo that again in a new story, if not in a 3D World sequel in some kind of shape or form. Obviously, a Pikmin 4 and an Animal Crossing. A lot of people don't understand the love for Animal Crossing. But I do. But Pikmin 4, I loved Pikmin 3. I played a good bit of it, and I would love for them to make a Pikmin 4, though I think they'll probably just port Pikmin 3, then Pikmin 4 probably. But either way, I want a Pikmin game on my Switch so bad. And Animal Crossing is always just a fun game to play as a, character who moves into this town of animals, and you run a town, and you have a house, and I love that concept. It's calm. There's no stressing over, beating a boss. It's just calm, cool gameplay, and I love Animal Crossing. So hopefully we do get something like that soon on the Switch. A Paper Mario game for the Switch. I think Paper Mario is a unique game. I think it is a unique concept, and I would love to see Paper Mario make a comeback onto the Switch as well. Some obvious games, a Mario Party for the Switch. Mario Party is everybody loves the Switch because it's a party-style game. You get together with your friends, you play these games, and what else would we need than a Super Mario Party game? I would love to have a Mario Party game with all the mini games and stuff, so I can be able to sit down with my friends and enjoy. And of course, Super Smash Bros. For the Switch. A lot of rumors are we're going to get a port of the Wii U version. I don't want that. I really don't. the Wii U and the 3DS had the Super Smash Bros. They had their characters. Let's move forward. I want to see them do the Switch version and have characters like Mario with Cappy, Rivali, the Link from Breath of the Wild. You know, give us the characters that are on the Switch, not the previous consoles. All the ports are nice. I love the ports because I didn't play the Wii U. But don't port everything. Certain things don't need to be ported, and I think the Mario Party and the Super Smash Bros. And stuff like that don't need to be ported. We need actual games of those, new ones for that system. A lot of people will agree, like me, with the game. Like an amazing game for the GameCube was Luigi's Mansion, and we need a Luigi's Mansion for the Switch because we haven't gotten one for the consoles in a while since the GameCube. We did get a 3DS Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, but we need a Luigi's Mansion for the Switch. Because Luigi is a character I think Nintendo just so many times overlooks and just doesn't even care. And I think they need to pay attention to it. Luigi is just as cool as Mario, and we need him as well. And then my last train of thought for the Switch and my wish list is for Nintendo to spotlight all their characters. There are so many Nintendo characters, and there's just not enough games to cover those characters. We haven't. Kid Icarus was on the 3DS. It had been years since we've seen Kid Icarus in an actual game of his own, and we got it on the 3DS. Like, bring those characters. You know, give us a Kid Icarus for the Switch. Waluigi and Wario. They need games that star them, where you play as Wario and Waluigi instead of Mario and Luigi. You know. Like, because imagine like a 2D platforming Mario game where you play as Mario and Luigi and you play the whole game as them. Switch it up. Give us a Waluigi Wario game of that. You know, like new Super Waluigi Brothers. You know, something like that. Give us a Toad game like you did on the Switch. Give us a Peach game like you did on the DS. You know, give us a game where we play as Bowser, where we play as him the whole game and we play from his perspective, and you know, just something different. Take your characters that you own, Nintendo, like Captain Falcon, Star Fox, Metroid, Samus, all those characters. Take every character you own, sit them down and say, do they deserve a game? And of course they do. I honestly believe that all Nintendo's characters deserve to be spotlighted with the Switch. When you're done, you should be able to say, hey, I didn't leave a character out. I made a game for every character that we have. Well, you know, a good portion of it. And just make sure that the Switch is everything it needs to be, because I think it deserves it. But just from this 17 minutes that I've done so far, almost 18 minutes, you can tell that there's so much more potential for the Switch than ever before. And I'm excited to be a Switch owner. I'm excited to be on the Nintendo consoles. And I'm excited to be a gamer, because there's so many good things to come for gamers, and it is going to be a great year this year. So thank you all for watching my video game vlog. I know it's a pretty decently long video, but these vlogs are kind of just my way of talking to people about things I like. I mean, the first video was obviously about me and why I'm a gamer, and I love doing that because I inspire people. I want to inspire people, you know. I want people to watch that video and say, that's why I'm a gamer. And maybe you're just like me out there, where you were a gamer who played Nintendo but moved forward, and now you're like, I should go back to Nintendo, because that's where it all started for me. And to me, that is the reason I like this channel, is because it is me again. As a gamer, it's me again. So thank you all for watching this video. I really appreciate the likes, the comments, the subscribing. I know it's not, I mean, I don't have as many subscribers and stuff that I did on my other channel, but I'm not worried about it, because this is personally for me. And if you all enjoy it too, that's just a benefit. So thank you all for watching my video. I hope you all liked it. I will be back next week with another video game vlog, not video game vlog, a Linkling vlog for you all. And I don't know what the topic's going to be about. This one kind of just came as my first choice. Next week I will have something unique for you all to watch. I will probably post a video game review. I'm going to try and review all of my Nintendo Switch games. And of course I'm going to do some other stuff that I've kind of been working on. And hopefully my set gets better and I'm not just with a white wall with a random, you know, chain chomp lamp beside me. Hopefully sooner or later you guys can see a cool Nintendo setup, though you guys have some enjoyment out of the surrounding and not just me sitting here, you know. Alright, well thank you all for watching. I appreciate everything you all do for me with liking and comment and all that stuff. I will see you all in the next video.